So during contemplation, I was actually asking further about yesterday's reading, so our consciousness portal and how it can be controlled. And it's really funny, it took me down a completely different rabbit hole, but the energy that sort of came forward was Yeshua. And the message that he sent first was, it's about remembrance. Not only remembrance of who you are, but remembrance of missing pieces of truth. Welcome to Angie Baby Intuitive. Thank you for joining for your collective message. It is an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. I love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you. Thank you. Creativity on the bottom. Expression. The inner fire. The inner fire that we have to release. So we have prosperity, divine love, prayer, illumination, going within to experience divine love, our connection with God, because this is where the true abundance lies and where illumination will be shown, or illumination will happen on these missing pieces of truth. What I'm getting off creativity is definitely letting those parts of yourself, setting them free, healing, forgiveness, hope, alchemy, to see the beauty of the connection that exists within. Hidden worlds, dark night of the soul. I feel like I want to keep these out. I know it's a lot, but we're keeping them. This is not just something that is said, right? The remembrance, I mean. It's a shift that happens when you sit still and listen. And where you listen from. It's not about taking in from the external into the internal. It's about listening from your internal and being shown the way, or being shown what you need to be shown, which you then express, right? It brings healing. Being given access to, like personally, when he came through, it was like given access to hidden worlds, right? Given access to the information that you need in any given moment. This is what it's about. This is the remembrance, remembering who you are, who you're connected to. what you're capable of. And you've got to admit, like when we're in this 3D realm, right, we're listening from the outer world. Everything around us is what we soak in like little sponges. You have to go within and wait for the answers to be illuminated. Because what rises from within you is what creates the beauty, the hope, what gives you the divine love. Inner strength, the inner strength that we all hold. Sununios, life force, express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. This is like the Kundalini awakening, right? Balling it up at your base until it sort of goes through your crown chakra and then comes back in, I believe. Expression of the fire within you. Higher learning. You've learned from experience. More inner study is now required to progress, to further progress. So the inner again coming through. Shekinah, the sacred self. Unleash your spirit. Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Express. Unleash your spirit. Express your gifts. I'm just getting right now, bear yourself to me. We cannot hold it in. It has the potential to destroy us. Symptoms that arise. And for some of us, we may not and Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. Amazing that she's coming through. This is crazy. Symptoms that we may experience of holding in our self-expression, holding in our spirit. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Do not let anything stop you. So for some of you, it is time for you to sort of express yourself. Go within yourself to understand what it is that you need to bring forward. Because for some of you, there is something. I think she belongs up here because she is the belle of the ball. Crazy that, you know. Inner strength. And underneath that, charity, prayer, and contemplation. Expect miracles. Divine alchemy. Heart awakening. Mother Mary. Coming through in full force. What I'm getting right. Magic, manifesting, and Master Jesus underneath that. You know we're taking it, right? Hope underneath that. Care and compassion. What I was just getting then is, and then, because I was just saying it and then boom. But what was coming through is Jesus's presence was not meant to be a wall. If you think about religion and then spirituality, they are both relevant. Oh my Lord, I just got outer religion, outer understanding or outer learning for the people, knowledge to bring awareness to Jesus and what he stood for, Yeshua. And then the spiritual, inner learning, inner teachings. Divine alchemy, heart awakening, Mother Mary. I'm putting them, where am I going to put them? We'll put them over here because they're not going to stand up. Oh my gosh, we've got a trio. It is just crazy. And magic manifesting Isis. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Divine feminine in full force. Oh, look. And then higher learning, more inner study is now required. The only male along with Jesus. I wasn't meant to be a wall in between the two. They were meant to be connected. Yeshua was a connection, our connection to God. Almost like the doorway, right? Not a division. Not a division between the two. That same presence that people saw in Jesus when he walked this earth is within us. It's that divine spark. Without the religion books, right? Without the religion teachings, perhaps we wouldn't have understood to go within, to look at other options, right? So I think it goes hand in hand, a little bit like Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Remembrance. Two levels of teachings. Ooh, I just got then like the books. Thank you. This one jumped into my lap. Oh, true. Let me get this out first so I don't forget it. The teachings, the biblical teachings, the religion was for the people. And then when you were ready to step through or step into the connection with Jesus, almost like an initiation, right? That is the inner. Then you turn inward to seek the answers that you need and to have the guidance illuminated. understanding, awakening, awakening. I think the difference is, which a lot of people, this is why there is this separation. Number one, it is the external factors. That's why do the study from inward outward, not outward inward. Because if you're following completely the external teachings and you're having the symptoms of a dark night of the soul, you're not going to fully understand them, are you? They were meant to be joined. There was a division put in between them. Now, I'm not saying follow religion, but there was a purpose that it played, and that was to lead people back to their spiritual selves, back to this connection with Jesus. Archangel Gesesa, create a solid spiritual foundation, be in service to the planet. And look at the monoliths. I forget what this is called. It's the most common one, right? Why is it on that? Create a solid spiritual foundation. Okay, let's see what came out. Archangel Felier, honor animals, communicate with different species, because they do exist in the hidden world. Archangel Muriel, trust your own wisdom. Have faith in your psychic impressions. You've learnt from experience. And you have this connection with God, with Jesus, with God. Even with the Ascended Masters coming through here, it is mad. Archangel Metatron, increase your light levels. Open your stellar gateway chakra. I really do love that one. Missing pieces of truth, stellar gateway. I'm going to have to learn about chakras properly. Archangel Raziel, seek and you will find. Be a wise one. Seek from the inner outward. Go within yourself to find those missing truths, right? Because what I'm getting right now is it wasn't meant to be for a few. It wasn't about favoritism. It wasn't meant to be for the select few who utilize these, who master Master Jesus's, Yeshua, gifts, the spirituality, the connection to spirituality, in order to create alchemize, live the life that you want, be in pure harmony with the divine, with the universe. Again, I have to say it, operating from the inner outward, that is the remembrance. We function out to the inner. It's inner to out. But there is work that needs to be done when you are going down that path, right? Because your soul needs to be ready. It's about honesty. So when you meet yourself inside of yourself, you need to be completely honest. That is your connection with Jesus, with God, right? You need to bare yourself to me. You need to be completely honest. This is the key. This is when you know you're ready. Honest about what you feel and what you fear, and you know, your desires and your doubts, everything. You lay it on the line. Bare yourself to me. And expression. Bare yourself to me, because if you hold it in, it can destroy you. This is how it works. This is how the soul works. You know, in this fire here, there is the truth and love and power and divinity. Empathy, compassion, love, pure, unconditional love. And if you keep it within yourself, it creates symptoms of a dark night of the soul. If you can't be your authentic self, and yes, we all talk about the authenticity, right? But if you cannot be your authentic self, especially when you're in the presence of Jesus, when you're in that presence, what chance have you got? You know why? Because in the earthly realm, if you can't be yourself, and you can't express yourself the way that you want to because you don't want to say this because it might hurt that person, or you don't want to express this because you don't want to be too loud, or you don't want to cry because you don't want to be Debbie Downer and all that sort of thing, right? It creates resentment, more fear. It can eat you up. It can eat you up alive. This is why bare yourself to me and express yourself. You are creativity. You are made as creativity. God made you as a creator. And this is what you need to do. You need to express and be, or it can destroy you. Can work against you. It can give you these symptoms that you don't understand why. It can give you anxiety. It can give you depression. It can give you, you know, it can literally, oh my gosh, here, it can literally affect your health. Losing balance. It can literally affect your health. How are you going to connect? How are you going to heal? If you let it out, it is a force to be reckoned with. It is a powerful force, one of the most powerful, because you are a creator. You are made of this divine spark. This is being at one with the divine, with God, with Jesus, with Mary, with Mother Mary. Your spiritual team, your higher self, your spirit guides. This is what initiation is. This is what remembrance is. Okay, sorry. Harped on there a little bit, didn't I? Okay. You know what I just got? That the initiation that was coming through, and this is probably closer to what he actually wanted to come through with, but the initiation is the moment you stop living off the external and step into your direct, into Jesus's direct or God's direct consciousness. Or when you connect to your consciousness portal, yeah. Without the distortion, there you go. Without the external, you have to go from within. You have to connect with the divinity within you, the connection that Jesus offers. I don't think it's something that ends. Radiant glow, passion, fire, creativity, warden of the wilds, reverence, protection, cycle of life. Listener of sorrows and king of the forest coming through, man, and earth spirit. Listener of sorrows, compassion, sanctuary, sensitivity. King of the forest, strength, respect, ancestry. This is your ancestry. This is our ancestry. Earth spirit, rebirth, protection, creativity. Creativity. Red gold of the forest. Oh, sorry guys, I've just got to silence that. I should have done it before. So annoying. I think the bear represents like 9D or something, right? So this is, you know, the different levels of spirituality. So it makes perfect sense because this is what we're talking about, remembrance of who you are. Expressing yourself because you are protected, expressing yourself because you're allowed to. This is the cycle of life. This is what we're meant to do, each and every one of us. We're meant to come here and be different expressions of the Most High. What good is it? You know what just came through then? What good is it that Jesus came here to save us of our sins and to allow us to have this rebirth? Where is it? This rebirth here on earth, to forgive us our sins if we hold it all in. If we hold that creativity and our divine spark in. This is what we're meant to do. We're meant to be an expression in this world. We're meant to bring beauty and hope and love. Creating. These are the things that we're meant to do here in this life. And everybody holds a different little spark, a different expression of that spark. Out of respect, you know, out of respect, we need to do this. Out of compassion for what Jesus went through. Open your mind. Open your mind. Okay? Don't just be stuck on that one way of thinking. Open your mind. Oh my gosh, it just brought me back to just a minute ago when he was saying, stop living from the external. Step into the divine connection that you have, right? Open your mind. You may think one track right now. Listen, everything that is in the Bible is right. Everything that is in spirituality is right. How about opening yourself up to the broader picture, going within you, and what is right and meant for you is going to be illuminated. The truth. The missing pieces of truth will be illuminated to you. Shape your world from the inside out. Not from the fear and the doubt and the conditioning. I'm in disbelief, man, that these three came through. It is just crazy. Oh my God. Feel, don't think. Your soul knows. Your mind, body, and your soul. Complete alignment. Connect with your divine connection. Oh, you're more powerful than you know. You're more powerful than you know. Also, the precious present moment, right? Sitting in that stillness right now and waiting for the answers to come to you, the illumination to come to you, the guidance to come to you. Feel, don't think. Your soul knows. You're more powerful than you know. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. All right. Yep. Let's jump into a bit of this. That's crazy, isn't it? Before we go into these, I'm going to grab one of these. And you know what? Even when you do work from the inner outward, you're still going to have the fear sometimes. You're still going to have the doubts, you know. Yesterday was a good example of what to do with that. Feel it or see it, acknowledge it, and let it pass through you. You're going to come back into you know, it's not going to do anything passing through you. Let it pass through you. Just like, you know, everything else that passes through us. Let it pass through you and then make the choice from that deeper inner place within you. Don't feel, don't think. Your soul knows. So see it, feel it, let it pass through you, And your soul is going to know what choice to make when you are spiritually aligned, when you are in contact and connection with your connection with Yeshua, with God. It's a new thing for me to call Jesus Yeshua. I'm getting the hang of it. I just got then Mary Magdalene, like how it came through is divine counterpart, a sacred union. Sacred union. This is the sacred union. There is also a sacred union between us and God, right? But sacred union. Divine feminine. I believe that she was more to Jesus than what was written, than what was told. Almost like the inner strength that came through. Inner strength here. Mary was the strength when I was weak. Now I don't like that. Mary was the strength when I was weak. Well, if you think about what, yeah, not weak as in like spiritually weak. There we go. Okay, thank you. That's much better. But if you think about what Jesus went through, she was in the inner circle, although she wasn't acknowledged. Massive divine feminine energy, man. In the inner circle, I reckon she had this like deep connection and intuitive connection, wisdom, almost like Sophia level wisdom. This is what she carried. This is the sacred union. Almost like God sent her with Jesus. Duality, perfect balance. I was going to say polarity, but I don't know if that's the right word. Created to stand with Christ light. Ooh. She was meant to, it is a sacred connection. Completion is coming through. Completion. So, you know when you say in a relationship, oh, you complete me? Yeah, this is these two. Not forgetting Mother Mary at all, but I'm just talking about this union. masculine, feminine, masculine, sacred, feminine. And the reason she was lied upon, there was no respect for her. If you think about the times, right? If it was today, it would be like adoration, right? Because I'm getting wrong time, wrong place, right time, right place. So definitely needed to be then, okay? But if they were in today's world, it would be a completely different story. There would be admiration for what they represent, admiration for who they are and the connection, the masculine and sacred feminine consciousness that they have together. It's about remembrance. That's the hidden. There you go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. It's almost like he's coming through and offering admiration for Mary Magdalene, actually. That's freaking cool. I'm hearing beautiful love story, like this is regardless of what we're told, they're through everything, they're through thick and thin with him, man. And that inner strength is like when I, when I was weak, they're through it all. Gosh, how do you move on from that? I can't. I don't feel I want to. I don't feel I can, but we're going to, because otherwise I'll be sitting here in that for the next hour. Complete respect. I think it's this sacred, wow, this divine femininity that we need to touch base with. So it's about remembrance, okay? Remembrance, full respect, not only of yourself. So it's about that remembrance within you as well, and bringing this Mary Magdalene's divine, and obviously Mother Mary's divine and sacred feminine consciousness from deep within yourself, and expressing that into the world, because that is what is needed. Wow, that is cool. That is cool. That is what is needed today. Also the the strength that Jesus held. There needs to be the divine masculine in the world also. So you're being asked to bring that from within yourself also. What's going to happen? Oh my Lord. There needs to be that balance. That's why this is coming through. No disrespect intended to anyone, but I'm going to say it how it is because this is my expression. I need to bring this to the surface, especially if it's being told. Our younger generations these days, they've lost that, how do I put it? The divine masculine strength, the I'm hearing brute force. I'm being taken to our diggers right now, so this is the angle that I'm gonna take with this. If you think back to the people who fought for our country, right? There are still people who fight for our country, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying the people who fought in the world wars, you know, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1 and 2? Yes. Sorry, there's no 3. But anyway, this is just what I'm getting at. The men who fought in those wars, they were young boys. And they stood up staunch and they stood up brave and they said, you know what, let's do it. Okay, it is, oh gosh, I don't know how to say it without being offensive because I'm not trying to be offensive. Bravery. Okay, I'm going to put it this way. When you have that soft side in both genders, who is going to be the one to stand up and go, do you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to fight for humanity. I'm going to fight for the right things. You know, my sons are very, even, it's only something that I've just started to realize, but the world around them creates them to be, and I know we've been through this before, but, you know, not even just my sons, but I'm just saying they are very in tune with their feminine side, okay? Not anything. It is just they're gentle people, and which is beautiful. That balance is definitely needed. I don't want them to be men who are like, oh yeah, grab another beer and bash me woman and blah blah blah. I don't want them to be that type of, I love who they are. They're beautiful, respectful, gentle people. But it has been coming to my attention recently where I don't want them to be pushovers either, and I don't want them to be lost in the world. Especially, God forbid, when I leave the world, I need to know that they know how to stand on their own 2 feet, and they know how to stand up for themselves and their loved ones. Okay, so, and I don't see that side of them a lot where, you know, so I just think that's coming through, that bravery and that strength and that, I think you guys know what I mean. So I'm going around in circles. I don't want to do that. So there needs to be a balance in this world. So each of us needs to go within and find that touch base with our divine feminine and our divine masculine sides. Especially when we're preparing for a spiritual war or preparing for raising consciousness and stuff like that, and standing up for humanity, standing up for ourselves. Whoa. choose to be soft and strong, because that is the balance. And look at the state of the world, like the confusion with our kids and that, don't know whether they're male or female, don't know, you know, like, look, who knows? That could be planned, right? You make your own decisions on those things. Is there a reason that we are trying to numb down the, you know, the man? I think you know what I mean. Problem solver and spiritual leader. See? You need to have balance of both Mary and Jesus in order to be this spiritual leader and come up with the solutions that are needed. So there are solutions that are needed, and someone is going to lead that mission. There you go. Fighter. Guys, you cannot even make it up. You cannot. There I was, bloody tiptoeing gently around it, and boom. That divine masculine side needs to come up where we go, you know what? Let's get stuff done. Let's fight for what it is that we believe in. A spiritual leader. Leading God consciousness, Jesus consciousness, Mary Magdalene consciousness, and everything that they stood for, and what they sacrificed, what they lived through, what they had to witness, what they had to move through for us, right? Now we're being asked to step the heck up. Okay, let's go into these now that I've finished my... Whew. Dangerous truth within Mary there was. What would it have been in that day and age if she was the strength? You know, what's coming to my mind right now is behind every successful man there's a strong woman. Yes, that's what's coming through. So I think that should speak for it. That's a simple way of putting what I was just trying to tiptoe around, right? Behind every successful man there is a strong woman, or behind a strong man is a stronger woman, or something like that. You think about the day and age that's coming back to me right now. So wrong time, wrong place, because she couldn't be admired the way that she deserved to be for her loyalty to Jesus and what he stood for, complete knowing of his path and walking to the end. It couldn't be acknowledged back then because women, you know, it was different times. Now it's time for the missing truth to come to light. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Let me not see myself as limited. Who would attempt to fly with the tiny wings of a sparrow when the mighty power of an eagle has been given him? Now, that is what we all possess in ourselves. That is what Jesus possessed. That is what Mary possessed. So we need to follow in those footsteps. We need to be as we were created. The strength, spiritual leaders. They didn't want to see Mary as an equal to Jesus. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. We've got problem solver. These are the answers that you need to go within yourself for, okay? Because this is what's going to be illuminated, is how to deal with the issue moving forward, and we all need to play our part. A sense of separation from God is the only lack you really need to correct. Gosh. This is everything that we are talking about here. Miracles are seen in the light. Only you can deprive yourself of anything. Do not oppose this realization, for it is truly the beginning of the dawn of light. You better believe that this is happening. Light and peace, joy, light and joy and peace abide in me. You are as God created you, just as that was coming through. You know, this is, you know, his words, Jesus's words, Yeshua's words coming through here. Just a second ago. You are as God created you, not what you made yourself from the external. It is the internal that God created you as. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistakes you made from the external point of view, okay, the truth about you is unchanged. You're sinless. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. We were just talking about, oh my gosh, I don't even need to say, we're just talking about, because you all heard what came through. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. Try then today to begin to learn how to look on all things with love, appreciation, and open-mindedness. Not even going to say it. Open your minds. Open your minds, even soaring like an eagle, seeing from the higher perspective, seeing the bigger picture. Open your minds. Don't just follow the one path. Doesn't just have to be religion. Doesn't just have to be spirituality. Doesn't just have to be what science says. Open your minds. Your soul knows the way. Your soul knows the truth. There are so many things being uncovered these days when we're talking about those monoliths before with the Archangel card. You know, they say that us as humans, the way that we are, like our genetic makeup and stuff, have only been alive for X amount of years. Well, lo and behold, they're finding new cities, you know, that are deep underground, that go well back and beyond that. So, hidden truths. Hidden truths. Hidden truths. Hidden truths all over the place. It's up to you to go within yourself. Be a spiritual leader. Be a spiritual leader to yourself. And then you can be a spiritual leader to others, but be a spiritual leader for yourself. Go within yourself and seek the answers that you want. Find the truth. Oh, cute. Oh, gosh, fell on my lap too. Clearing the way, Michael. This is a time of great change. Know that all of the roadblocks and challenges you have been facing are part of a great shift that is unfolding in your life. Wow, this is on a collective level. All aspects of your world that are not in alignment with your highest good are being cleared away so that you can stand in your truth, that you can find your way to your inner self, to your connection with Jesus, to your connection with God. Let me start that because I missed out a piece. All aspects of your world that are not in alignment with your highest good are being cleared away so that you can stand in your truth once and for all. That makes it even more powerful, so thank you. Trust in this unfolding. Go back to your, it's within us, okay? This is what we are being told right now. This is what he wants to get across. He's just putting a few extra bits in there, right? But this is what he wants to get across, is that is within us. We need to touch base with our spiritual selves, lead ourselves spiritually, okay? Activation is, thank you, Michael, for clearing the road to my highest truth. Dominions, this is important. Face your own shadow. Goes without saying. This is what a lot of us still need to do. There's still a lot of work for people to do. But for those of you who are already on that path, right, whether it is you've gone through a Kundalini or whether you're very spiritually advanced or now it's time, okay? Because the teacher awakens, you're being asked to step forward just as Mary did. It doesn't matter whether you're going to be ridiculed, whether you're going to have stones thrown at you, whether you're going to, be shot down in flames, whether you're going to be laughed at or whatever it is. You need to bring that illumination. You need to illuminate these things, what you've been through. You have an understanding. You know how to get there. You've done it. Show it. Share it. Dominions, face your own shadow. In order to contribute healing... Freaking hell. In order to contribute healing to the world and dispel the energy of darkness, wow, you have to face the shadows of your own soul. So there's a lot of you out there who have been through this. You understood the symptoms that you're having, okay? They're not just symptoms of the world. They are, it is awakening to your spiritual side. So anyway, I'm not going to go on about it as I tend to do. You have to face the shadows of your own soul. It's not that they are bad, more that there are parts of your most authentic self and story that you are avoiding. And this will only hold you back from healing and growth. Face all parts of yourself now. The activation is, I am willing to light up all parts of myself. What was it? What was it? Bring it to me, Jesus. Bear yourself to me. Bear yourself to me. Even you are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistakes you made, the truth about you is unchanged. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. So, boom. Bring peace where you can. All right, what are we pulling from? Shall we go here? Let's go here. We'll go here. We'll get a little bit of that. And we'll get this. We're going to bring it to a close though, guys, because it is... Oh, jeez. It's 1 hour and 6. What if the lies and stuff about, and this is what Jesus is bringing through, right? What if the lies about Mary Magdalene that were told weren't necessarily about her? I believe, because I feel, I know, because I feel that the day and age was that, okay? But what if it was about not necessarily hiding, but bending the truth for the people so that they didn't understand or didn't get to know the connection that she had with God, or the wisdom that she held. For all we know, she had a direct line. She was getting psychic impressions, and she was full with God. For all we know, she also had a same journey as God, as Jesus. So, I've been sent by God. How do we know? How do we know? How do we know that Mary didn't have the same thing, and that was kept from us? Like if they made a fool, gosh, I know what I mean. Like, this is history as it really happened. Mary held powers. Jesus, Yeshua, held his own divine purpose, and Mary had her own divine purpose, which was to walk with Christ light, to walk with Jesus through this ordeal. She may have had psychic insights or something like that, right? But this is the truth that we're told. I know what I mean inside of myself, like that divine feminine, that intuition, almost like deemed maybe even a witch, because at those times it was looked upon, or witches were put to death, right? Because they were deemed evil. But really they were just working from their spiritual selves. They were creating from their spiritual selves, from their soul, from their divine connection with God. So maybe that wanted to be hidden. Maybe they wanted to hide the divine connection to God that Mary Magdalene had. That divine feminine intuitive side. Creativity, again, third time. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. I'm telling you, somebody here, you need to do something. I don't know. Elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Honor her wisdom. Honor Mary's wisdom. Wisdom of the divine feminine that you hold also. And that's how you can honor it, is to bring it out. Where is that card? Because it depicts it so well, like the flames coming up from the base chakra, man. It's like, let it out. Mirroring perfectly, right? Mirroring perfectly. Mary's light was dimmed, and it's time to illuminate that now. Illuminate it. Illuminate it. Crown chakra. Jeez. At the day's end, rest. Crown chakra. I know I am part of Source, and my life is guided by divine wisdom. Oh my gosh, I just love it. It just blows me away every time. At the day's end, rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. You know you're connected. Okay, we are all connected. You need to go within to connect to your source. Jesus is, Yeshua is the doorway. Okay, wow, look. Oh, man. Absolutely amazing. I know a part of source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. You look, I am just, man, it blows my mind every time. I am so thankful. I just feel so blessed in life. That one wanted to come out yang. The yin to the yang. Mary was the yang, yin to the yang. Here and now. They are here and in the now. They are here with us now, I'm telling you. Here and now, it needs to be said. Number one. The yin to the yang. I absolutely love that. Never-ending story coming through. Don't care what the meaning is, but this story is not finished yet. The truths need to be found. They are constantly being found. It's going to bring peace to the world when people understand that religion and spirituality and science and blah, 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 and Jesus coming here was never meant to be a wall between people or conflict between people. It was never meant to turn into a war. It was meant to bring peace, bring understanding, bring enlightenment. Round and round, you can go round and around and around and around on the same arguments, but when it comes back to it, we are all connected to God. Okay? To the sea. Time for a nap, deep knowing. Time for a nap, deep knowing. Even go to the sea, as you see here, number 7 as well. Okay? God number. Touch base with nature, touch base with, as we saw coming out here, time for a nap. Yeah, you got to just get into that stillness for deep knowing. That's where the milk and honey is. That's where the treasure island is, you know, the loyal heart. It's within you, within the divine feminine part of yourself, that deep, deep wisdom that we all hold, okay? How loyal are you? Are you as loyal as Mary was to Jesus? The insights and the strength and what she carried, what she witnessed. Loyal heart. Beautiful counterparts together. Change the word. Change the word. People will change themselves, see themselves differently as equal. What is that? phone? Okay. Your animals and spirit are showering you with their love. You need to put music back in your life for some of you. While you have a pulse, make everything beat of your heart count. While you have a pulse, make everything beat of your heart count. Huh. Operate from the heart. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I was reading that then. It is absolutely ridiculous, but it's while you have a pulse, make every beat of your heart count. So just, you know, every moment, believe in you and all you do, know in you, deep knowing of yourself, and you will find yourself. Life is what you make of it. Be brave and reach for the stars. I'm so glad Brave came out, because that is, yeah, look, I think it's relevant. Seeing a butterfly is confirmation that your nature spirits are working with you. Every being has free will. Stop trying to control the situation. You are full of love. Now share it with another. Actually, I'm going to get one of these real quick. What's coming through right now is it's not a lack of faith to question things. Psyche. Daring dreamer. Change the way you see, not the way you look. Change the way you see, not the way you look. I love that. Change the way you see. And psyche. I wish I had my glasses right now. Let's look that one up, shall we? Daring dreamer. Where is it? Okay. Your soul is being asked to trust love and trust your own visions, and to move towards those. Growing through tests of love, trust, and vulnerability, alike Mary Magdalene, right? Psyche represents trials and tribulations that refine your heart. What lengths will you go to for love? Wow, that is beautiful. We need to awaken this within ourselves, guys. And we all need to be a part of that. I awaken the limitless love within me. I am abundant. I embrace the love and power of my cherished self. I honor my divinity. I am blessed and living and loving expression of the eternal union. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Yeshua. I trust my inner guidance. My soul knows the way forward. You better believe it. As my love and experiences grows, the consciousness of my sacred spirit evolves. Oh my goodness me. That's a beautiful end. The feminine, divine feminine needs to take her place. This is being entrusted to you, right? This is being entrusted to you, guys. This is your reading. This is your reading, guys. I was going to pull some tarot. Shall we just split it? Just to see what comes. My goodness. Union. What was that one? Queen of Wands. So this is the one that flipped. Union. Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And such a beautiful, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Even if you wanted to, like the moon in reverse, right? So the hidden coming to light. What's been lost is going to be found. The missing pieces are being illuminated. Then we've got like union here with the Queen of Wands, Magician, giving and taking, that compassion, that empathy, compassion and empathy, the giving and taking. It's just the King of Pentacles, true abundance. This is your reading. If you resonate, please pop a like on the video and share it for other collective to be able to receive this amazing message. Thank you guys for bringing your energy through to bring these messages through, to bring this particular message through also. If you vibe with my energy or you want to become a part of our beautiful soul tribe here, our soul collective, our soul family, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to stay up to date with messages that come through, guys, please hit that notification bell. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, guys. I really do love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you. Keep shining, and I'll see you in the next one.